How long you got? 32.
I got to be on. I got to be in there before 8. So 15, 20 minutes, whatever y'all
I
need.
bet we keep about 15. Appreciate you.
All right,
I appreciate you.
Boom, boom, boom.
So we good, D-Buck?
We live?
Yep.
Oh, bet. Hey, we here. I don't know who out there yet. Still figuring this YouTube thing out, but we here, man. Yours truly, Darius Butler, the Man Pod. My co-host, Antoine Bethea. We got another legend in the building. Soon to be Hall of Famer. Should be in there already. Jaguar legend. Man, NFL great. University of Florida legend, Fred Taylor, man. Appreciate you joining us today, bro.
Man, I appreciate y'all having me, man. Two quick stories, man. I remember going up to Indy, playing in the division. Now I got a young, hungry safety, mean as hell out there. All he wanted to do was hit and play dirty. Not dirty. He respect the game. But he let me know, I'm a young pup, but I'm going to give it to you. And I'm keeping it young real quick, going up to New England. I remember coming off the field, and a young guy from Florida. I had conversation with a young pup from Florida. He's like, "Damn, boy, that practice was hard." In Florida, hey, but man, I respect you guys, man.
Yeah.
I love what both of y'all are doing, what y'all building. I just love the insight. It's so pure, it's real authentic. Y'all keep it up, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, man. For sure. I see you was doing your thing with B. Marshall too, man. I appreciate y'all.
We're trying to build a little
y'all
something.
leading the way, man. Leading the way. Yeah, I remember them New England days, man. How you used to do us in them damn open field tackling. I'm like, man, what year is this dude in, man? I had the 28 on. You had that 2-1.
Right.
Whoa.
I remember that.
A lot of good memories, though.
Merriweather always had to try to get up to Merriweather. He's like, old school, come on, old head, I got your ass today. I don't think I got touched in those drills, but you know what it is.
Already.
Like
what you think about these Jags, though, man?
Yeah.
You know, I ran out there last week when I challenged you on your page about the prediction.
You jumped out there. You jumped out the gate.
Right. I'm gonna need some picks from y'all too. Y'all boys had, man.
Hey,
did you go 14-0 last week?
I'm 14-0 on Sunday. You know, AB be copying my paper, man. He be copying my paper, dog. I gotta send my paper in late. I'm gonna sit by at like 12:59.
Yeah, right.
I wish y'all could see our text chain, boy. That boy D Butt something serious, man.
You know, but yeah, I picked them. I almost picked the Jags to win last week, actually, because I knew that would be a close game, but I went with the Titans, just because I just felt like they had a little better roster. But obviously, they beat up on my Colts week 1, and I was going back and forth this week too, this Dolphins game. But I said, you know what? I think Jags gonna take care of business at home. It was close to being 2-0, so I feel like they let that one slip away. And I think, and I believe in Minshew, man. I believe in him, man. They got that young boy. That running back. What you think about that running back? He toting that thing, Robinson.
Going back to it, anything that the Jags are doing right now, it's all a surprise. You know, for them to, scale back on the roster. You know, they did some in-house cleaning. They got rid of a lot of veteran guys, starting in the trade with Calais Campbell. You know, they got rid of sending Boye out to Denver. This is Denver. Another trade, in the last move, releasing Leonard Fournette, So, I mean, in the last 2 years, they've done a complete flip. And they're extremely young, very, very young. And everybody thought that they were tanking in order to try and get the number 1 pick and get the beast out of Clemson down there at the quarterback position. But if Gardner continues to play the way he's playing in these first 2 weeks, then they might want to reconsider and just try. I doubt that they were tanking the season, right? Nobody wants to go out there and not win. That's crazy.
Right. The players never tanking. If it's tanking, it ain't the players.
It ain't the players. So with that said, I'm surprised. I'm happy for them. I respect the hard work and the output that they've done right now. They got an 0-2 Dolphins team coming in tonight, which they should handle business if they continue to play hard. The key gonna be a fast start. The last 2 weeks they've been out there, started pretty slow. Both sides of the ball, more so the defense, but that's because of lack of field position. But I think if they have a fast start, they should run away with this one and at least win it by maybe close to 10 points. 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
James Robinson, I like him.
Yeah.
I like him. I mean, he's shown me vision. He has the cutback ability, he has jump cut ability. He gets his pad level down. He's shown some burst, some really good speed in the open field.
Yeah.
And he's breaking a lot of tackles. So definitely a surprising treat for me.
Sound like you're describing yourself, man.
I don't want to give him too much credit. You know what I mean? But just to come in undrafted and to go straight out the gate to be a starter in the NFL. The first week, I think he averaged close to 4.00, almost 4.4 yards carry. Last week, he got his first 100-yard week. Plus, he has, I think he had a rushing touchdown, a receiving touchdown as well on a nice over-the-shoulder wheel route. So, I mean, he's showing, the ability. And if he continues to keep it up, I'm going to have to put the jug in, tell him slow his ass down because I got rookie records.
I feel that. What was that transition like, man? Because I know at the DB position, like it's just every week you got dogs out there, quarterback, receiver, and like the timing, how the window. Like in college, I could come out of break, I could peek back at the quarterback, probably make a play. In the NFL, you had to be on point with everything. What was that transition like for a running back, like coming in?
The biggest thing for a running back, at least when I came out, even more so now because the league has changed into a passing league first. When I came out, it was protecting the quarterback. You had to learn, your pass protection schemes. Teams back in the day, they tried to get real exotic. The zone blitz was still fairly new. Guys moving around. They start, standing up and moving guys all over the place. The creeper defenses, and just putting guys anywhere. So really, the key coming out of college was learning how to identify the guys and just protect the quarterback. Even much more nowadays because it's a passing league. Teams don't want to get there, $300-400 million in the case of Patrick Mahomes. They don't want to get those guys injured. So the young guys got to know who to pick up and make sure you're giving the quarterback time to get the ball out.
Yeah, speaking on that, man, when you're looking at the top running backs and stuff like that, how do you slate your running backs? Is it like your running ability, catching out the backfield as far as the total package, like, being one of the top backs that played in the game? How do you, rank your top running backs?
Well, just speaking of 2 of them actually now, man, that, with this whole COVID thing and no preseason, you can see it starting to take its shape. So many ankle injuries, so many hamstring injuries and tweaks to these guys that have just gone from 0 to 100. They're going from easy training to you got to go for 60 minutes, and it's showing his face now. One of my favorites, Christian McCaffrey, and my other favorite, Saquon Barkley, unfortunately, he's out with the ACL, and hopefully he can make a full recovery and give us some next year, 2021. But I just look at, one in the NFL, you got to be able to have a crazy jump cut ability. You can run people over all day, and that's a part of the repertoire you want to have. That's something in the toolbox that you want to keep. But if you can't jump cut, because guys on defense are going to penetrate, the play is going to break down. So you got to be able to jump cut, but you got to be able to also have a vision to get to that. I see running backs all the time that, I'm mad at the TV. I'm like, there it is, it's right there. It's right there. I try not to be that type of coach or that Monday morning running back, to see it after the fact, but I can see it even before the play start a lot of the time. But I like I've always said that the running back position is 90% instinctive and 10% just knowing your assignment, because it's a reactionary position. You're reacting to most of the things in the running game. So I want my guy to be able to do it all, though. You got to be able to catch the ball at least effectively. You don't have to be a Christian McCaffrey out the backfield. You don't have to be a Danny Woodhead DB out the backfield when we're going to line you up and try to miss at you. But you got to be able to get out there and at least bring forth the threat of having that ability. Otherwise, the defense is going to squat on you. Play, one funnel and come at your ass every play, man. But you got to have it a little bit of everything, man. The jump cut first, vision, and you got to be able to get the tough 4 yards, man. Downhill, not try and be cute, just punch a hole through the defense when need be. something gonna crack, and then eventually at the end of the game, you're a workhorse enough where you can, break those arm tackles, take a few the distance.
Yeah, man. These injuries been crazy, man. I know this offseason been crazy. I feel like a lot of the things you say been around Frank Gore. Y'all sound so similar, especially when y'all start to talk about the running backs, man.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime we be watching the game, whether it's the opponent, somebody we watching on film on TV. Hey, man, wait, I ain't hit that, man. You got to know how to. You got to go get him before he get
Right.
Both of y'all boys just got that pass, so much knowledge, man. Hope these young boys listening, tapping in and getting some of that, man, for real.
Right. And that's the best thing. Frank, man, he definitely found the fountain of youth, man.
For
down
sure.
there. I mean, I didn't know it was gonna be between Frank and AB for the Iron Man of the actually 2 decades almost.
Crazy.
For the amount of seasons both of them put in, man. And that's the testimony really to what these guys are doing in the off season and how they take care of their body. But I get a call from Frank probably every other week, or every two weeks or so. Freddie, man, that young running back, man, what the hell he out there? Like, Frank is so passionate, bro.
So passionate, bro.
He does not mess around. He's so passionate, and he ain't backing down. He know he's going in there against young guys. For example, Le'Veon, when he was there in New York, having to and when Shady McCoy was out in Buffalo a couple years ago, he know he had to compete with young guys, but he said, shit, I'm an old head, but I ain't backing down. I need to play. I ain't trying to do nothing. I need to play. So, you got to have that passion and that mindset, man, in order to endure and fight through the NFL. It's only 3-year lifespan. So for anybody that played longer, man, I commend those guys.
Yeah.
All right, so we got go ahead, Tom.
I was just piggyback what he was saying about Frankie G, and you know what I'm saying, like going out there to Buffalo when Shady was there, going to Jets and Le'Veon out there, but it's something that he brings to the team. It's something that he's gonna bring to that offense that those other backs don't really have. You know what I'm saying? Just as far as I always say, when we was in San Fran, the way he could just see the play develop, like you were just saying with that jump cut, how you can see it before the play even develop. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just some things where I'm like, dang, how Frank get through that hole right there? You know what I mean? Right. So I just feel though sometimes it's some things that he has that other backs just don't have. You know what I mean?
Right. And sometimes too, AB, it's a lot of film study too, man. Film study is vital. For example, just a quick nugget against the Colts back in the day, we used to love to see you guys in a 2-high with that 7 technique or single high. Backside, front side safety down, single high, but more so in the cover 2. If you got that 7 technique, we running away. Y'all was fired and down. We told the tight to get across his face. That was 100% cut.
The hole. Yeah.
Squeeze the force defender, and now you one-on-one lined up in the tunnel with the safety. You make him miss, or you try and threaten him with a move or something. And you're off to the races. So you got to have those little nuggets in your package. And as a running back, I tell all my Pop Warner running backs now, trust your eyes. They won't lie to you. Don't second guess. If you see it, go get it. If you hesitate, that thing going to shrink and you're not going to have anywhere to go. But trust your eyes. When you're on the field, you're your own CEO. I never seen a CEO fire himself. They might have to resign due to the board or anything putting pressure on them, but you're not going to fire yourself. So that was my mentality. I'll do what the coaches ask me in practice, but in the game on Sunday, I ain't second guessing nothing.
What
That's
you're doing out there.
Correct.
Hey, man, before we let you go, man, I don't know if you're in the gambling, fantasy, any of that. That's a runner.
I'm in a couple leagues.
All right. I just need to know over or under for James Robinson tonight, 73.5 yards. Over under, what you think?
I mean, I'm looking at the averages. That puts us right in the average. And the Dolphins hadn't really shown to be too effective.
31st against the run right now.
That's what I'm saying. They haven't shown to be too effective. So I got to go with the over.
The ranks don't lie now.
Y'all heard it here.
You done played the game. The ranks don't lie. 31st in the run.
Come on, we early though. We early. We only 2 games in.
I mean, but, I don't want to say hopefully B Flow has tightened things up. Not this week, but I pulled for Coach Flores.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Got to pull for
young intern, and when we were in New England back in the day, DB.
Yeah.
He was the guy running the film round to the coaches and this and that. So I root for him, and I want him to have success, especially in Miami, and especially as a black man, you know, in the NFL. I want him to do well, but just not tonight.
Just not tonight. They could go on and run after this, but not tonight.
They definitely can.
All right, man. You got anything else, Twan? We gotta let the man get to work. If y'all don't know, Freddie T is at the stadium right now. Tell him what you're doing tonight, Fred.
Just doing in-stadium analysis for the team. I've been doing it for a couple years, man. And after that, I do post-game radio. So really, it's just a way to continue to connect with the fan base, you know, here locally, and really just continue to learn the young guys, being an influence for them, and just being a voice, being around, letting them lean on my shoulder, whatever questions they have when we cross paths in the building. So just doing a little work, man, to stay close to the game.
Nah, man, that's big, man. Paying it forward, man, to the young for the young guys, man.
Yeah, we got one good question for him. You want to pop that one up? Well, you don't need to pop it. I ask it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Van Albright asked Fred, what's his greatest accomplishment? Let's say football. Your greatest football accomplishment.
On the field,
My greatest football accomplishment,
in your opinion?
In my opinion, my greatest football accomplishment is being inducted into the Jaguars Ring of Honor, and being able to see it while I'm alive. When I was a kid going to a couple games, I never knew why the names were in the stadium. You know, I didn't go to a lot of games, but, you know, we had an opportunity to go to some free games, camps, whatever. And I never knew what that meant. And throughout my career, I had my share of injuries, and with not knowing if I were going to stay with the Jaguars.
Yeah.
You know, wanting to test free agency, but afraid to due to the injuries. And I always was a firm believer in bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. So I didn't try free agency until they released me late in my career after 11 years in Jacksonville. So with that said, hindsight is 2020. I became a lifetime Jaguar. My legacy is Mr. Jaguar, and I don't use that lightly. And I have something in the stadium that will always be there forever. For my kids to see, for their kids to see, as long as the Jacksonville Jaguars are a franchise or whatever they evolve into, whatever it may be, my name will be there, and it'll be etched in, you know, in the stadium right there as a Jaguar legend. So that's my greatest accomplishment in football.
Nah, that's real.
That's
real right there.
My Hall of Fame delayed on the Hall of Fame, not denied, but delayed.
It's delayed. It's coming. It's coming
for sure.
Mr. Jaguar, man. We done had some great Jaguar. You got Baselli, you got Mark Brunell. In my opinion, the greatest Jaguar, Fred Taylor, the Muck's finest. Respect, man. Salute to you.
Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you guys having me, man. Keep doing it, man. I love what y'all doing, by the way, for sure.
Appreciate you.
All right, fellas.
All right. Boop, boop, boop.
Man, there you have it, man.
Van.
Good question, Van. Freddie T, man. He was talking about it, man, when I first came into the league, bro. Like playing Jacksonville.
I already know y'all had plenty battles, bro.
Oh my gosh. But it was crazy because it was when he was coming off the field. You had MJD coming on the field. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy. And I'll never forget. Like I said, you know, at that time, Bob was strictly basically in the box. I was in the post. So it was like, you know, seeing Freddie T in that open field, it was like, come on, yo, like just make this tackle.
Yeah, them feet.
But I'll never forget, we played down there in Jacksonville, and this was, I think they broke a record on us, him and MJD. I was coming off an AC sprain, so it's my first game back.
Let the people know where the AC is.
AC sprain, that's right on top of your shoulder, right? So as a safety, that's all I'm using. I was coming off an AC sprain. I had missed the prior 3 weeks. So you know, all week it's like, you know, am I gonna go? Whatever. I got a shot in my shoulder, you know what I'm saying, before the game. So we out there. First play. First play, Freddie 2 come through the hole, me and him one-on-one. And I don't know if he knew, but he went straight to that shoulder.
Yep.
Boy, 90 yards.
First play?
First play. Missed the tackle. 90 yards. I think he tackled him like on the 2-yard line. And then after that, you know, I sat down on the sideline, and then him and Jones Drew had a field day on us, bro. But
damn, boy, yeah, I know it was some battles in that AFC South. Well, but wasn't that? What was it back then?
It was South. AFC,
AFC South, okay.
I ain't that old, bro. Come on.
Oh no, you might have been. You might have been back when they was still in the AFC East.
Hey, don't do me like that. Hey, Van got another question, man. So how do NFL players get paid? Check or direct deposit? What day of the month? So Van, it's different for different organizations. I know some organizations do have direct deposit. Some teams don't. So you'll get a check in your if you don't have direct deposit, you get a check in your locker on a Wednesday typically. Tuesdays is the day. Typically, most NFL teams Tuesdays are the days off around the league. Some teams are Monday, but on Wednesday you'll have that player coming around, walking around, passing out some checks.
Yep.
And, so that's every day. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. That's every day. So we get paid weekly. So duration of the season, 16 weeks, 17 weeks, we get 17 checks.
Yep.
If you go to the playoffs, you get a playoff check. One thing that I always say is that I think one we should look into as, NFL, NFLPA is elongating that process, whereas, guys get paid
throughout the year.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know some guys would like it, tax implications and think might not like it, tax implications or whatever the case may be. But I think it would do better for the league. Younger guys coming in, getting a bunch of money within 4 months. And then, I know a lot of guys after the season come April, nothing in their bank account. You know what I'm saying? Just going crazy.
Man, yeah, it's crazy because especially when you're young, man. Because it's hard to see the long term when you're young. We talk about that a lot on the show. But I know my rookie year, I came in and I had the opportunity to either take my full signing bonus up front or to take like some of it and defer most of it to that following March. So that's what I decided to do. I'm like, look, I don't think I'm gonna just go out here and blow it, but I just might. So you take this forward up front and I'm gonna defer. And it was gonna be more money because I was waiting. So obviously if they're holding your money, they gain interest. So it was a little more in March. So that worked out well.
That was smart by you.
Yeah, you got to know yourself. Yourself. So young, coming to a lot of money. I'm like, hey, that's more than enough right there. $400K off the rip. Yeah, I'll take that. Bro. I get the rest in March.
So I know it wasn't my year. He was a little younger. He was a couple years younger than me. Young boy come in, get his little signing bonus. You know what I'm saying? Coming to the camp or whatever. This fool goes and cash the jump. Cash his whole. He cashes his whole. But that's the type of.
Wait, with the Bank of America.
Man, I don't know who he was banking with, but he, in Indy, it was Huntington.
Oh yeah,
so,
yeah.
You know what I mean? I know a lot of players. We was banking with Huntington, but I'm like, come on, young fella.
He went and cashed it though.
Cash his whole jump.
I cashed the most. I remember I was in Foxborough, and it was in Foxborough, little town. It was Bank of America, and I forgot how much. I went there. I tried to take out a crazy amount. They like, we can't just. I had to like make an appointment, go in the little back room. It wasn't. I ain't cashed my whole joint, but I just had to see. I had to see some of it. I had the duffel bag. I had to see it, and that was a great experience. I don't miss that.
Shoot, we got another question, man. Jared Emmons. Who was the toughest player to tackle for both of you guys?
Toughest player? Should I go first? I'll say Shady McCoy, probably throughout my era, and we were in the same conference in college. So he was the first player to really like put me on skates, like pause me, and he got me one in college right on the sideline. I knew he couldn't go that way. I knew the sideline was right there, and he still hit me with a. So I would say, and we spent a lot of the same time together in the league. So I'd probably say Shady was probably the toughest guy throughout my tenure.
Toughest guy. I mean, it's a few guys, but Freddie T, and I'm not saying that just because he was just on the show. I'll tell this to a lot of people, but it's just the combination of what he had with him. Like, you got a lot of backs who might just be fast or whatever the case may be, or might just be elusive. So when you approaching them, they're gonna try to shake you or whatever. Or a big back, he gonna try to run you over. But Freddie T, he kind of had it all. You know what I'm saying? He could leave you, leave you where you standing. He could run you over. And he had that home run ability too. So it was just tough and then like a player coming 9 times out of 10, 80% of my tackles are going to be in the open field. So I got to approach this differently than a linebacker.
You're not just filling the gap. Linebackers and linemen, they go, look, linemen, I got to beat you on basically one side. I got to win with leverage. Linebackers, I got to fill the gaps that's created from that first level. I got to fill that. On the third level as a safety.
Angles.
Yeah. You got to take angles. You got to be able to take away kind of part. Like it's tough. And I went against Fred in his older years in New England. And we talking about that open field tackling drill. In New England, we did that almost every day before practice, which I think is great. And I'm going up against Fred, boy. Them feet to get you. But like you said, that combo make it tough.
It makes it tough. It make it real tough.
We got some good questions, man.
Great questions coming up. I got one for you, DB.
Okay.
Can you see this when I put it up on the screen? You say you can't see it,
I can see it.
Oh,
I
can't
myself.
I'll bet.
I like 11 twisted. DB, you think the FanDuel parlay Super Bowls for tonight is a good choice? Do it, man. Who you thinking? Who you got? Who you got in your parlay? I didn't even know who you got, man. You heard Fred say Robinson was going over. What is it, 73.5? I told you earlier on Pat McAfee's show that Minshew's throwing, it's down to 262 now. So Minshew's throwing over. We got Robinson going over.
It got Minshew at what, 260?
Minshew at 262.5. I think Gesicki goes over what's his number? Gesicki's at 55.5. I think that's easy money. My opinion, he balled last week. I think they get the ball to him more, especially with Devontae Parker slowed down. So shoot, let me know. I think these touchdowns be tough, man. It's hard to pick touchdown scores, man.
Yeah, what they asking for the score?
Nah, somebody else hit me on Twitter asking me that. Yeah, that's tough. Sure. Man.
I got let me see. I got two. It's two good questions. The Yomp, here go one. What was your guys' favorite plays that you made and favorite plays that you watched from the sideline? I'll go first. My favorite play, my first and only pick 6 against Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers, that's ironic.
Yeah, against Phillip Rivers, man. We was in San Fran, playing in San Fran. Remember like it was yesterday, guarding Antonio Gates. We was playing like a alert coverage. He went in. The lurker took my guy, came off, and took the second slant. Took that to the house. And the favorite play that I watched from the sideline, I would say Antonio Cromartie. We was in San Diego. He had 3 picks this game against us, and he had a one-handed.
That one he had like that. That's top 3 picks I've probably ever seen.
And if you look at that picture, in the still picture, I'm in the picture, looking at it. I'm standing on the sideline looking at it like, bro, he can't catch this. He about to catch this shit. And that took him to the Pro Bowl that year. He had 3 picks against us.
Yeah, he balled that game against P. I remember that. My favorite play, it's tough. It's either picking off Peyton. Might have to be Peyton, dog. Nah, I got A-Rod at. I'm gonna go A-Rod. I got A-Rod at Lambeau. In the one, huh?
Was that the joint where you came in as a whole player?
For A-Rod, yep. A-Rod, yep. Yeah. So mine was the whole player too. What was it? Yeah, one robber actually. So one robber. And so like kind of similar coverage to what Twan was playing, and just reading the quarterback. I kind of played with a pre-snap pause, showed him too high. Post-snap came down. Kind of I knew I was out of his vision, because quarterbacks, once they kind of go to a read after they think they got the look, they kind of almost forget about you out of their periphery. So, and just dove. I had my hand kind of taped up because I was playing with a broken finger. So that was at Lambeau. He hadn't thrown many picks at Lambeau at all. My brothers were there. One of my homeboys, Kitty, was there. So I would say that pick at Lambeau. And from the sideline, we had a crazy comeback against the Chiefs in the playoffs.
I remember that.
Yeah, they were up big in the playoffs in the wild card round, and my boy Donald Brown actually fumbled the ball. Andrew Luck picked it up, and dove in it, and I just remember that play. Like I can still remember seeing that play from the sideline. Like oh, and it was just crazy. It was a crazy moment of the game.
That stadium, that shit was crazy in there that night.
Wild, bro. That was wild. So that was probably my favorite play from the sideline.
Shoot, that's what 11-2 is.
Okay, about. 271 plus consecutive TD Dolphins. Oh, I like everything except Dolphins covering.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
So but if you think the Dolphins gonna win the game, go with it.
It's your money.
Yeah, it's your money. It's your money. Get this one right here. This is a good one.
Which one? Who is that?
From Naizuri. Some advice for the next
generation.
Yeah, you want to go first?
You go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, shoot. She said biggest lesson my rookie year was pretty much what Tom was talking about because the question we got earlier, I didn't know how the money was paid either. As far as week to week, if it was spread out over the year. So just kind of understanding that. I think one of the old heads told me earlier, like, bro, you get paid for 16 weeks, 17 weeks, but you got to make that last. You got to make that stretch. So just understanding that. How to be, and you still young, you still gonna go through things, but it's important to have the right people around you, whether those people you pay, which number one, they should be doing right by you, but even other people, veterans, older people who have money, who know how to handle money, who run businesses, who understand how it works. So that, and how hard I had to work in the off season, and actually I worked out with Fred Taylor, I worked out with Frank Gore. I was fortunate, being from South Florida, so being around so many guys. I was down at Bomarito's at the time, just so many guys from around the league, and seeing how hard. Like, I've been seeing Fred Taylor play forever. I've been seeing these guys play the game forever, and they still busting their ass every day. So just seeing that, that, because you think growing up, you think NFL, you go play on Sundays, you go get your Lamborghini when you leave the stadium, you good. That's it. Practice, do the same thing. So learning that, seeing that, those are my lessons from my rookie year.
Yeah, I would say for my rookie year, man, it was just that the maintenance of taking care of your body. And even I don't think I did a great job my rookie year. I don't think I did a great job my second year, just because, you're so young. You got fresh legs. It's like, I'm going to go to practice and I'm going to meetings. I'm getting shower and I'm getting out of there. Getting a massage every now and then when I really, really needed it, instead of, doing that that pre-maintenance, but looking and watching the vets in the locker room and just see how they moved and what they did. Once I got to my third year, I really kind of realized that, look, if you want to play, in this league a long time, this is what you need to do. So, do whatever you need to do to be able to stay ready and be on that field, because you can't make the club in the tub, as they say.
That's the same.
And your biggest is your availability, right? I was about to say that same zone. So that's it. Take care of your body. Your body is your investment, and make it happen. Yeah,
that's big, man.
What else? Got some good questions tonight.
Facts. Y'all got them coming. Which coach y'all running against the Chiefs and all those weapons?
Man. It depends who I got, what type of personnel I got on my defense.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? If I got a crazy front seven, I'm running cover 4.
So you got a team like San Fran last year, obviously without all those injuries right now. You got a team like San Fran going to that Super Bowl. What's your game plan going into the Super Bowl?
I'm going cover 4.
That's my base coverage.
That's my base coverage, cover 4. Just because I have a front seven who can handle the run. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to bring that extra guy in the box where, on the back end, you pretty much, I'm not going to say vanilla, but it's limited to what you can do. You either going to run cover 3, you're going to run some man, or whatever the case may be, or some type of foul zone. Whereas I feel as cover 4, we get some potential to double some receivers,
A lot of tools in cover.
A lot of tools in cover 4 where you can take some players out. And then again, like I said, my front, we can take care of the run, and then my front 4 can get pressure on the quarterback without us adding somebody into the pressure. So that would be my base coverage.
I mean, I'd probably mix it up. I mean, I definitely like 4. 4 would definitely be in it, but like a 3, like the key is sending 4, being able to get pressure with 4. If we can do that, mixing it up, because they don't necessarily have guys who are going to line up on the outside and just kill you. You know, it's certain guys who like, all right, D-Hop, if you're on the outside, we got to have dudes deep because he go up top. He coming down with that ball more times than not. Julio, same thing. Tyreek usually going to kick you in the slot, running away from leverage, running down the field. So if I can get whenever he is outside, I can say, hey, corner, you don't cover 3, don't give away the 8 or 9 ball, period. But so I would say cover 3, probably mix it up. Tell them what the
8 ball and 9 ball.
Oh, 8 is my fault. So route tree 9, that's the straight go ball. 8, that's a post. 7, that's a corner. So just don't give up the deep ones as a deep third corner. And then making that middle of the field kind of muddy, you know, not really knowing, are we dropping the safety? Are we going with, you know, how are we doing this? Is this safety drop? Is that safety drop? Just kind of muddy the waters a little bit across that middle to not get. But thing about guys like Mahomes, man, when you have opportunities to turn them over, whether it's tips, overthrows, missed throws, whatever it is, you have to make them. You can't drop picks. You can't let opportunities slip through your hands because those type of quarterbacks going to make you pay for it. So just mixing it up and taking advantage of the opportunities, man. It's crazy superstition.
You gonna go with that one?
Damn, what's the craziest superstition? I mean, I know guys who always have to wear lucky shirts or
socks.
Socks, just something.
I had a guy, man, he had to throw up before every game.
I had one like that too, Art Jones.
But it won't like no regular throw up. Like it was like buddy being there for 10 minutes. You hear him in the bathroom. Like, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Right.
Yeah, I had a teammate like that too, man. But it's definitely so. Athletes in general, especially professional athletes, as you get older, are creatures of habit, and there's certain guys that got routines who like they really like this year is challenging. I'm sure very, very challenging for a lot of reasons, but definitely to guys who had our routines, whether it's a routine you get to the stadium, like Twan played in the same organization for a long time. So I'm sure same thing with Fred. Levy is the same way. Like you just got routines, whether it's people. So it's certain things that damn, I didn't do that today. I didn't eat this today. So it might throw you off a little bit. So just creatures of habit. But definitely some crazy superstitions out there though.
What was yours?
I'm not a superstitious dude, man. As long as I just always had to meditate. Like that was the last thing before, you know, we called it up as a team. You know, I would do my thing, listen to music, different types. Sometimes it depends on the mood, honestly. Some games I was listening to some wild, crazy, upbeat stuff. Some games I'm listening to slow jams before the game. But before anything, just take a good 4-5 minutes to myself, clear my mind, visualize, you know, making plays, doing the right thing, making the right checks. And as long as I did that, I was good.
Yeah. I think mine's my biggest one was I had to call my mom before I left out the locker room. So that was just really one of the biggest ones I had. Just make sure I heard Mom Dude's voice before I stepped out on the field. So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. What was the best pregame meal? These questions, y'all got some questions tonight, man. Hold on, how much more time we got? I gotta eat before this game. Come on, what you want to go about 10 more?
You go about 10 more minutes. Yeah.
All right, 10 more minutes.
But look, 10 more minutes, but then we'll be back with MJD.
Yes, sir. Another Jaguar legend.
Another Jaguar legend at 9:30. So we're gonna send the link. We're gonna post it on our IG. I am D Bud is. We're gonna have it on the man-to-man. So y'all definitely come back. Y'all watch we'll have MJD for the halftime, and then we'll watch the game with you guys a little bit of the third quarter or whatever. So y'all definitely y'all come back, tell a friend, so we get crazy in these in this chat.
All right. Boom, boom. Let me answer this one real quick. Super Seti, what do you think? Who do you think will be the biggest beneficiary of the DJ Chark injury? Well, the Dolphins defense for one. But as far as offensive players go for the Jags, I think that second round pick, number 10, what's his name? Chenault Jr. I think he got his over under is 3.5 right now for total receptions. I think he hits over that. And so I think he'll definitely see more targets. He gets carries, he gets catches. So I think he'll see his targets go up. All right.
Shit, we got some good questions. Dunkin' Donuts from the other day, Dunk 4242 Dunk said the fact Mahomes said he really didn't realize how to read defense in the last year is wild. I said that is wild.
That is. That's scary, man. But I mean, he got a great coach. He got a great staff around, a great offensive coordinator with Eric Bieniemy, who should be a head coach at this point. So he got great things around him, and some guys you can make it simple for him. Hey, you see this, do this, you see that, and then you got there improvise. Because I think Brett Favre, I remember seeing a clip with Brett Favre after he retired, and he acts like his backup quarterback. He didn't even know what nickel was, what a nickel package was.
That's crazy.
So it's crazy. I'd have definitely played with some guys who didn't know much, couldn't explain it to the next person, just knew how to do their job. So it's definitely crazy for a quarterback to say that. That's scary as hell too.
Is there anything quarterbacks show and tells like in poker, little things you can pick up on? For sure, you can pick up on things from everybody, from your old linemen to the receivers. With a receiver, like some receivers, they don't know it, but they get to the line and they'll always play with their gloves on the passing play.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's just something natural to them. You know what I'm saying?
I remember AB, but AB kind of did it every play, but on passing plays, he was for real, like triple 30. So
yeah, like some quarterbacks, they'll only lick their hands on passing plays. You know what I'm saying? So it's little things where I just feel as though it's a second nature to them, but there's much film you watch. I know Rob and Dwight, they used to talk about in the they used to talk about the lineman, like when the offensive tackle foot is like this, it's gonna be run. But if the foot is like this, it's gonna be pass. And I'm like, bro, like I'm 12 yards, 15 yards back. I'm not gonna see that, but just let somebody know what you see.
Yeah, for sure.
So like it's tails all the time. It's just a lot of times you just got to be focused in on it, where, you know what I mean, when you tired, it's like, man, I'm just trying to get through the play myself. Now you're not really looking for that.
Yeah.
Or like, it's just one of them things. But it's tails all over the field.
All over, man. Even like you said, so the quarterbacks and they shotgun stances, some of them changed. You see a lot more as my career went on. I saw a lot more shotguns. So, but you'll see different things, especially if it's a quick game. They may have to do their feet different. If they were doing a run or a zone read, maybe their foot was different, or the depth of the back was different. If the running back is on the same level or in front of him, it's not going to be a read option. You see, it's going to be a pass most likely, especially if he's in front of him. It's going to be a pass. So, like, just seeing those things, and like Twan said, the linemen big too, because them big boys, a lot of them catch 330, 340. So, if they pass it, it's some guys who they up straight, they here, they know they got to get out of there. So you see it. So the more you see, the more other players you got around you that see it. Like you had Rob and Dwight. I used to have Vince when I was young. He used to tell us run pass with some keys, with some guys. So yeah, it's keys everywhere. You just gotta know how to find them. Got to.
And then as players though, like, you know what I'm saying, after typically after the first 15 plays of offenses, like, so you say we going against an offense, their first 15 plays a lot of times are scripted.
Yep.
And the offensive coordinator say, okay, that worked well, that didn't work well, that worked well, we'll come back to that. And you got to think about it. After the first 15 plays, you go back to the sideline, like, all right, look, they on play 16, whatever the case may be. Now they about to get into their groove. You know what I mean? So those first 15 plays, they probably been, it's probably a play that your defense got beat on a week before or 2 weeks before, and they just probably implemented it in their progression just to see if you fixed it. You know what I'm saying? But then after those 15 plays, they're gonna kind of get into their routine of what they're going to run for the rest of the day. And as a player,
flavor of the week,
flavor of the week. So as a player, you're listening to the cadence, you're listening to what the quarterback is saying. Okay, he said this and they did this. All right, boom. So then that's when the communication comes in. We go to the sideline like, yo, so-and-so said this, that, and the third. I got this route. You know what I'm saying? So next time, just be alert for that. So it's tails.
Or sometimes we come over there and say they done picked up a tail. We come over there, hey man, they know what we doing, man.
Right. Right. So you say say we doing a hand signal, and the hand signal could be cover 2. And we on the field doing that, and the receiver like, oh, they about to be in cover 2. So
it's two. All right. So we gotta switch it up.
Yeah.
It's an ongoing battle of adjustments, man. You making adjustments mid game, sometimes mid drive, hopefully not mid play, but it happened like that sometimes too. But that's why the importance of players that play a lot of downs together. There was certain things that me and Vontae, for instance, it was certain things I didn't even need to communicate verbally. We could just look at each other and know, all right, or if I say, hey, we're going to combo, I knew how he was going to play that combo depending on the routes. You know what I mean? So if I'm just out there throwing out there with somebody new, that's not always the case. So that continuity is very, very important, especially with what we do. Defensive backs and the offensive line, I think those are the two groups who definitely got to be on the same page. June Taylor dances, as my coach Hammer used to say. Got to be synchronized.
Yeah, we gotta get Ham on here, man.
Go ahead, click the next one, bro. I'm gonna swap this battery out real quick. Don't tell nobody my business.
Let's get another question, man. Y'all got some good questions out here. Oh, this is a good one right here. The Yomp. Good question, guys, man. Y'all keep rocking with us, man. We appreciate the support. For sure. We got some big things coming. Eventually, me and D-Butt, man, we trying to get something where we can break down some film. D-Butt already does it. Everything DB. Y'all go follow that on Twitter and IG. He does a great job of breaking down coverages and things of that nature. So definitely want to get that to the fans.
Yo.
Yeah, I back. So it's a good one right here. What's the process of watching film / game planning each week like? Also, thanks for answering my other question. Best podcast in the game. Appreciate you.
The Yomp. Well, as a team, we start as a team. We go in Wednesdays, usually the first and second down day. So you want to know what the offense does first and second down, what they like to do on drive starters, what they like to do on earned first downs. When it's second and long, or they get back on track. Do they that's when the screens come in? So you break down the day. So Wednesdays, first and second down, Thursdays, straight third down. So I always go the night before is when I do my work, and I come in and communicate with the coaches if I think this or that could work better. So and then Friday is red zone, doing a red zone short yardage, and then that's kind of how I break it down, just kind of through that. And then I like to watch games. I like to watch TV copies. I like to hear what the announcers are saying from their interviews, what intel they have. Because sometimes, these coaches and these players be telling their own stuff. Hey, man, we want to get so-and-so involved early in the game next week. So, just paying attention to that stuff. But I enjoyed that part of the game. That was one of my favorite parts of the game, preparing and trying to find the answers, before you even get out there.
Nah, for sure. I think it's kind of the same for a lot of folks. I know Mondays for me, Monday night was I will watch two game film or whoever was going that next week. Just try to, just play the game. You know what I'm saying? Not really breaking anything down, but just looking at the game film and just seeing what I can pick up. And then, like you said, Tuesday, I would, study what we were going to talk about on Wednesday and just try to stay ahead of the game. So I can have my questions in the meetings, or I could go to the defensive coordinator or the DB coach and be like, look, this is what I saw on film. I know it's on first and second down. Maybe we should do this. Maybe we should do that or whatever. But typically the same. And then, like you say, Saturday before the game, just kind of going over the stuff that I need to freshen myself up on. And then I will always pick 2 plays. I'll pick 2 formations that I will see and be like, okay, this is the play that I'm gonna try to go get.
Yep.
If I can, you know what I mean? If it presents itself, these are the 2 formations. I know what they're gonna run, and if I can do something, I'm gonna try to go jump some shit. Make it
yep. And that was something I picked up from New England. Is that's another thing I would do is always look at their gotta have it plays and kind of try to get 4 minute. 4 minute is when the team is trying to come out and basically run out the clock, right? So we got to leave. We got 5 minutes left. We want to just run this time off. That's their 4 minute offense. What type of plays do they run? Do they pass the ball? Do they run boosts? Do they run sprint options? 2 minute. What's their favorite plays in 2 minutes? Some offenses run only one certain concept, out of stop clock. So 2 minutes. Red zone. What's their fourth and 2 at the goal line? 2 minute. 2-point conversion plays. So looking at the gotta have is is definitely important.
I got a good one for you right here, D-Buck.
DB, was the hardest part of switching from cornerback to safety? What was the best part? So the hardest part is something I think we talked about last time. Is just when you got that like Twan talked about earlier, most of the tackles are in open field. So playing nickel and playing corner, it was usually something somewhere, where I had people pursuing, or I had the sideline. So as a nickel, if I'm tackling outside in, I know I had some linebackers coming inside out. Or if I'm tackling inside out, I probably had a corner coming outside in. And this happens quicker. And safety is more space. So that running back can see that hole, the same hole you see, and now y'all got to meet in space. And now, like you said, you get up to some of these guys who can shake you, who can run you over, who can stiff arm you. That's tough to kind of line them up, engage them. So that was probably the toughest part. And actually, playing the deep ball too. So at corner, you're kind of playing the deep ball like I'm running. Let's say I'm running away from the quarterback. I'm playing the deep ball this way. Like that's how I was used to playing it my whole life. As a safety, I wanted to be in a position where I was playing it coming down towards the ball, which was different, which was very, very different. I actually underestimated how difficult it was, and I didn't really get the hang of it till probably halfway through my season as a safety. It was tough. That was the toughest part. And then what do you say? The best part was just not having that man-to-man stress on you play after play. I could communicate with more people. I can see a different picture, different point of view. I enjoyed communicating with more players. I could talk to my linebackers, my other safety, my corners. So, but the best part was not being on that island every snap. You know what I mean? It's the difference. Now I hear cover one, I'm like, all right, bet. Hey, you lock up. I'm gonna go help him out over here, jump some shit. You know what I mean? So that was the fun part about making the transition.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope. Super Bowl picks. It's too early for me. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, me too.
It's too early for me. You get me halfway through the season, I'll throw you some Super Bowl picks.
Yeah. Okay, come on, 20 minutes. We got one more.
Yeah, one more question.
While you find the one, I'm gonna just answer Hector's. Asked about the thoughts on the Raiders secondary. I think they will continue to get better. Got some young guys up there. A lot of South Florida cats. Mullins, Arnett, Nevin Lawson. Boys, gangster. I already know I worked with Nevin some this offseason. One of my boys, DB Recipe, worked with Arnett. And we got to get with Mullen. But the boys look good, man. They look good. They're young. They're hungry. I like them. Raider Nation.
Mm-hmm. Las Vegas Raiders.
It's crazy. What you got, bro?
I'm trying to figure out. What's the reaction from the teammates doing a Tuesday or Wednesday film session when you got stiffed or jumped over? They talking big shit.
Yeah, you go get clowned, and you know when it's coming too.
So the small thing, what I started doing is if it was a play, if it was a play that somebody that did me bad or I gave up a touchdown or something like that, I've already watched the film. Like I've watched the film before we watch it with the team. So what I'll do, I'll get up and go to the bathroom. I get up and go to the bathroom.
Come on, man. You can't duck the fade like that.
Hey, look, I gotta use the bathroom. I already know where I messed up at.
Hey, that's the worst. And then New England, bro, y'all could have won by 30 points. That Monday night is low lights regardless. Y'all could have won by 30. You could have lost by 10. It don't matter. Like, you getting your low lights, so you could be on the high. Great game. Bless you.
Appreciate it.
You come in there, you always know when that play coming up. You just got to take your lumps because when it's somebody else's turn, I'm going to get you back.
Oh, for sure. You
better believe it.
Man, let's go. Sure, I'm about to go get me some dinner real quick before
That's
this.
a fact. Same here, man. So we'll be back. We'll be back in probably about an hour and a half, something like that, around at halftime with MJD, Maurice Jones-Drew, NFL Network's on. We'll be looking forward to catching back. It was some great questions, man. Some great interactions. Got anything, Twan?
Nah, that's it, man. Make sure y'all have y'all questions ready for MJD. Again, you can check my Twitter, Dbud Twitter, any of the social media platforms. We'll throw the link in there so y'all can join us.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Boop, 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 boop.